To be a real good party this weekend at the African Legends Night. But it's time for Drive Time with Insurers. Yesterday, what a very interesting conversation about premiums. Today, I have an amazing guest as well. Yeah. He's the CEO and country head of Metropolitan Life Insurance Company. Looking dashing always. His bow tie alone. Charlie, don't be now. The bow tie has been insured. Mr. Tawiah Ben Ahmed is here. Welcome, my brother. Really good to see you.
Thank you very much.
And thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to help us understand insurance a bit more. Well, we're putting this together thanks to the Ghana Insurers Association. Claims payment is our business. Yeah, definitely. And he has paid a lot of claims, especially about life insurance, isn't
Exactly.
it? Amazing. So let's get to talk about life insurance. I tell you for a fact, anytime I hear about life insurance, the thing that comes to mind is you die, you don't get the benefits.
Okay, so thank you very much, Les. I think the way you look at it is no different from a lot of people because when they think about life insurance, they think it's all about death. But today and this afternoon, I'm here to tell you that it's not like that. But let me start off by thanking you so much for the support of the insurance industry and the GIA for bringing up such an important thing. Because if you don't tell your story, nobody's going to tell it for you.
That's true.
I can tell you that averagely, the life insurance sector of Ghana pays 1.9 million Ghana cedis in claims daily.
Daily?
Every single day, the insurance companies in Ghana are paying 1.9 million, according to the annual report of the NIC 2018.
Wow.
Okay, so for me, I begin to look at insurance from the perspective that says insurance is a promise to pay valid claims delightfully. And a commitment to provide quality and reliable solutions and services for the assured lifetime financial wellness of our clients, partners, and all other stakeholders through innovation, excellence, and integrity. I mean, any solution you offer without integrity, forget it.
Yeah.
If you look at the cleanup in the financial services sector in this country, I mean, you cannot overemphasize corporate governance, risk management, control environment, and the integrity of the leadership and the board of the business. And that is really where we are now. So from where I sit, it's important that the GIA has found it necessary to bring up this opportunity for us to tell our story about the claims that we are paying and to re-emphasize the whole essence of insurance. And I listened to you yesterday when you were talking about the fact that you have an uncle, you have funeral policy for him, and you paid a couple of premiums for some time. And coincidentally, I don't know whether you were wondering whether you needed your uncle to die quick to have a claim, but I don't think you don't want your uncle to die.
No,
but your conversation is whether or not you're losing money.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
And I will tell you about the solution that we put together specifically for funerals. Because, somewhere in August, you came up with something. I think there was a story about the costs of professional mourners, those that cry for you. And in the story I heard from Joy FM, you're saying today those women who cry for you, they were charging 5,000 Ghana cedis, and now you're increasing it to 7,000 Ghana cedis. Okay, so if the cost of crying for you alone is about 5,000 or 7,000, then the kind of solutions that we provide for funerals must be the kind of solutions that are able to address the needs of the clients that we serve. And as we go on, I'll talk to you about our Family Eternity Plus, which says that in appreciating the cost of funerals in this country, it is important that we understand the cost build-up and provide solutions to our clients that enables us to finance the cost. So if I offered you a funeral cover, and if the cover you have for your uncle gives you 5,000 Ghana cedis, that is not a solution.
At all.
Okay, but I need to be able to provide you a solution that can fund all the costs, talking about the 1 week celebration, the main funeral, and all the costs associated with it.
Okay.
And that's why it's important that insurance, as it is now, need to be organized in such a way that it speaks to the needs of the clients that we serve. And then when the time has come for us to pay the claims, which we do pay, and I just told you that we pay 1.9 million a day, averagely, based on the 2019 annual report of the NIC. So it's such important. And that is why I'm happy to discuss again the collective responsibility to extend life insurance in this country.
Okay, so let's now delve into life insurance itself. Maybe you can explain it a little bit more for my lay mind.
So when we talk about life insurance, and I'll use a very simple example. You see, insurance in this country, most of us feel like when we talk about insurance, it's all about motor insurance. And motor insurance is about just taking a cover for your vehicle so that the diligent police on the road would not have you arrested and stuff like that. But you see, the vehicle you're sitting is required to be insured by law. The other part we need to look at is the person who owns the vehicle or the person driving that vehicle. The conversation is whether that person is insured. And when we talk about life insurance or insurance of the person who is using that vehicle, it is not about taking insurance so that you shall not die from accident using the vehicle. No insurance policy can guarantee you that you won't die. Okay? But the conversation is about insuring yourself and your income so that in the eventuality of your unfortunate death through the use of the vehicle that you have, when the non-life insurer has paid for that vehicle, another vehicle to be bought for you, or has repaired for the vehicle, and unfortunately you have died as a result, your income then will continue to go to your surviving family for them to be able to use that vehicle that has been repaired for you. And the real conversation we need to have is if you have, say, a worker at multimedia, age 45 years, and went to cover some news and unfortunately didn't come back. I've seen a couple of that incidents in Ghana. What will happen? That person who went to cover some news and died as a result, will multimedia for the next 15 years pay the person's monthly salary so that the surviving family will have the benefit of its income to survive at multimedia? If the answer is not very straightforward, and I can see you are not answering, but if the answer is not very straightforward, then we have a serious challenge here.
Okay.
Because the conversation is not about the emotional loss of a working colleague, but the impact on the surviving family, the spouse and the children. Just look at May 9. Just look at the twin disaster. Just look at the Melcombe disaster. And ask yourself the question, the cars that were burnt probably had insurance cover. The human beings that were burnt, the people that died, what happened to the surviving family of those? Their education, their welfare. This is what establishes life insurance. So life insurance is about, from the metropolitan perspective, your financial wellness. And so we are talking about financial wellness in life insurance to say, to be financially well, you must be able to comfortably and sustainably cover your planned. Your plan, you can save in the bank account, you can invest it, you pray that you continue to live, work, earn money, save, get good returns, and live long. You can work towards saving and generating some good amount in future to execute your planned objectives. But there is another part, which is the unforeseen, which you have no control over. So your ability to comfortably and sustainably cover your planned and unforeseen expenses during the period of your lifetime is what we call financial wellness.
Amazing. You speak so profoundly of it, and I think I'm almost convinced, or literally convinced. Let me put it that way. But the larger conversation is about increasing insurance penetration in Ghana, and especially in the area of life insurance. So, who should buy life insurance products in order to extend coverage with the view of increasing penetration, the formal or the informal sector?
Okay, so I appreciate your question from the way you put it, and I think that if you ask me, I will say that life insurance should get to a level of being a lifestyle. And every one of us, insurable, must have life insurance. And life insurance focuses on insuring the people of this country. It's not about insuring the cars and the buildings and the microphones we're sitting on here, but it's about insuring people. And the insurance of the people is not about taking insurance so that they shall not die, but the insurance is about taking a cover so that their income or revenue or salaries will not die with them.
Yeah.
And for it to be a collective responsibility, I can tell you that for the sustainable socioeconomic development of this country, we cannot achieve it unless insurance is a part of it. And the example I gave you earlier is to say that if you look at the number of people that died from the May 9 disaster alone, the twin disaster, the Melcombe disaster, how many accident cases do we see in this country on a daily basis, and how many people die on a daily basis? And if any of the people who die on a daily basis are breadwinners, have we thought about the implications of this on the welfare of the dependents? And if these dependents lose the income of their breadwinners by virtue of death, disability, or what insurers call critical illness or dread disease, then what's going to happen? Can we find these people in the wrong side of the society that will impact us negatively? So it's a bigger conversation to have. That's why I'm happy that GIA is doing this.
Yeah.
The Insurance Institute of Ghana, Child Insurance Institute of Ghana is also happy. Last week they were brainstorming on how to improve professionalism, going back to basics, in order that we professionals commit to doing what is right in terms of ensuring that our commitment of paying valid claims delightfully and providing quality and reliable services to our clients are done professionally.
Obviously, the GIA is doing its part, but whose responsibility is it to ensure that this is done?
Okay, so what I would say is that, first of all, I think we as insurers must enable this. And we must enable this by ensuring that the kind of solutions we provide, the kind of service we give to the insuring public will make it a lot easier for them to buy into insurance. I can tell you that the National Insurance Commission has a great ambition. They're targeting to increase industry insurance premium to about 10 billion, where we are sitting currently 2018 of about 2.9 billion. So they have quite a huge ambition. And with this ambition, they put behind it a number of initiatives to be able to achieve it, including making your salary compulsory to insure. And their ambition is to say that if your salary is compulsory to insure, if you go to cover the news and you become news, your salary or your income will not be news because your surviving family will continue to have it. It is in Nigeria. Why is it not in Ghana? And the NIC is continuing to do this. And if you look at it, beyond the NIC, there are other stakeholders. Look, talk about the labor unions in Ghana, for instance. I mean, we should come to a time where labor unions are saying that, look, let's ensure that in a collective bargaining agreement, the insurance of the salaries you give to our workers must be a part of it. So that if the worker go to sleep and does not wake up, the worker's name does not just disappear from the payroll of the employer the next day.
Yeah.
Okay, that if it is not only about suffering accidental injury during and the cause of death under the Workmen's Compensation Act, it is definitely not enough. But if I am home, if I go on a weekend and I'm unable to come back to work, you don't just show up at the funeral. And then the rest of the time, you take the name off the payroll, and then the surviving family suffers so significantly. And in a part of the world, you notice that from family to family, you may find one person who is affluent in that family. And a lot of the people in the family depends on that particular person. And this is a critical need to address. The day that one person will drop dead, a whole family has been brought down. And by virtue of where I come from, I have seen a number of it. One-time affluent family, overnight, becomes a very poor family. And every member of the family now is suffering. And we look at the family and are asking, what went wrong? What went wrong is that the income of that person who was providing for the family was not insured. So when the person died, when the person became disabled, when the person became critically ill, his income also became what a shock.
Now I'm fully convinced that everybody needs a life insurance policy, and Mr. Tawiah Ben Ahmed has put it so profoundly. I totally am sold, and I think you should also go out there and get a life insurance policy if you don't have one. The Acrossoman folks are listening.
How did you diagnose that?
The Acrossoman folks, I should tell you that they are proud of you.
That's interesting.
Okay, so Mr. Ben Ahmed is actually CEO of Metropolitan Life Insurance Ghana Limited. Tell me a bit about MetLife.
Okay, so thank you very much. At Metropolitan, what we say is that our purpose is to enhance the lifetime financial wellness of people. And to that extent, we are committed to helping all people from all walks of life achieve their life financial goals. And so for that purpose, we have a driving philosophy, which we call Together We Can. And then the Together We Can say we believe in diversity and unity towards the attainment of mutual goals. In this, we find strength and fulfillment. And I'm happy that this ties in quite well with the topic we're discussing.
Yeah.
Because we are talking about a collective responsibility. And my team at Metropolitan listening to me will not be happy if I don't appreciate how competent a team we have assembled, providing the kind of services you require of insurers in this country. And I recommend that visit any of our branches and you will have a good experience of an insurance offering, because we believe that insurance is about paying valid claim delightfully. And we have got systems in place to be able to achieve this. But I think what's important for me to talk about, we launched this solution last month, August. And then we said that in this country, no funeral policy. We at Metropolitan says if you take a funeral policy from us, you should not continue to pay premium on your retirement. And that when you take our Family Eternity Plus, when you hit age 60 and you took it before age 55, at 60, we will say don't pay premiums again. But your policy will be active and continue for the rest of your life.
Wow.
Anytime death occurs, we'll pay that amount of money.
That's amazing.
You understand?
Well, that's a great product. And so you might want to pass by any Metropolitan Life branch and find out more. It's been so great spending time with you, Mr. Ben Ahmed. I've enjoyed it totally. And I'm very educated now about life insurance as well. And I think that my listener as well would want to find out more and get a life insurance policy, hopefully from Metropolitan Life. Thank you so much for coming by the studio.
Thank you very much too, Lexus.
All right, so there you go. Ghana Insurance Association putting this together. We say insurance companies, claims payment, our business. And Mr. Ben Ahmed will actually add that we pay it delightfully. Yes. Tons of messages coming in for you. Fred Kofi Frimpong says, that's my man, Tawiah Ben Ahmed. Tawiah at some point, life insurance is the tool for poverty eradication. Well, good stuff. We're going to get it. Thank you so much, Mr. Ben Ahmed. Yeah?
Thank you too.
Stay tuned into Joy 99.7 FM. This is Drive Time on Joy. This, if it's nice, then it's wise to play it twice. Kojenchi again here on Drive Time.